Hello, this is James. Good cheap archetype from the Burning Nova box is the Lavals. Lavals are fiery little, like, Fantastic Four thing monsters. They all have that sweet rock skin pattern. And all they do is power themselves up with effects from the graveyard, and they have a couple of special summoning. So we're gonna make a quick little beat. It's not a beatdown deck in that it uses the beatdown skill, but it's very simple. You just summon out your Lavals, and you just attack with them, and you protect them with Burgeoning Whirlflame against traps, and you clear out monsters with Treacherous Trap Hole. So we have Laval Burner. This can be special summoned. Laval Cannon, when he's normal summoned, you can special summon a Laval monster that is banished. Laval Blaster, I said that this was bad during the card review, and I was wrong. Laval Blaster is very Nessa. When you normal summon him, I thought he was bad because of the limitation, but you need him for the milling. When you normal summon him, you can pick 1 to 5, just like Mushroom, and then mill that many cards from the deck, and he powers up for each Laval monster. But the main thing is happening is that he's giving you access to Burgeoning Whirlflame. When a trap card is activated, discard a Laval and negate the activation and destroy it. If this card is in the graveyard, you can banish 2 fire monsters from your graveyard. Add this card to your hand. We also have Laval Flogus. When this card is sent to the graveyard, all Laval monsters you currently control gain 300 attack. Laval Flogus is probably he's usually your lead monster. I know you don't want to waste that 300 attack, but the other Lavals have more significant effects. Laval Warrior, this is just for beef. This is just some 1800 attack point beef. This business of inflicting damage equal to the original attack of the opponent's monster. This is hard to use, but it's just gravy. He's just the biggest Laval monster, and that's why we're using him. And Laval Miller, very self-aware card name. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can send 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Now I know I always say a lot of has to be something something blah 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 by battle, either destroying or getting destroyed by battle, but there's a lot of that now. There's a lot of getting destroyed by battle. So Laval Miller, if we can't use Blaster, we have Miller, and he lets us send more monsters to the graveyard so that they can be banished by Burgeoning Whirlflame, and then Laval Cannon can summon them. And we're using 2 Treacherous Trap Hole. So Treacherous Trap Hole does not conflict with Burgeoning Whirlflame, because Burgeoning Whirlflame, we can banish monsters, get it out of the graveyard. The only time that Treacherous Trap Hole conflicts is when it is milled by Laval Blaster, if that's one of the cards that's milled by Laval Blaster. But it's so much good value that we're gonna use it anyway. A note on Laval Burner. Probably should have more than one of this card. I only have one, so I'm only using one. But but I wouldn't run more than 2, because he's not a monster you always want to see, because you have to have a bunch of Lavals to special summon him in the first place. So if you had 2, I don't know, I would probably cut maybe a Warrior. Cut a Warrior for a Burner, and I think Burner at 2. Alright, and we're using the skill Mighty as Fire. We're just going to lean into the boost ups. We're going to lean into the boost ups of the Laval monsters. You lose 1,000, you take 1,000 life points, you play the Molten Destruction field spell, powers everybody up by a nice 500, and that is boss killing material. Now let's go into our replays, and I only have 3 because I'm trying to get this in before maintenance. Alright, we got Bandit Keith versus Bastion Misawa, and we're going second. And I promise not all of these are just like using Treacherous Trap Hole and then winning. Like this one. Okay, so we have a set, and we're gonna set a Miller and a Burgeoning Whirlflame. We're gonna see the Conscription. Conscription mills Molten Laval Blaster, and we're gonna destroy our own monster with Laval Warrior. We want the Lavals in our graveyard. We draw a Treacherous Trap Hole, and this is a mill deck. So we get a bunch of milling, and the Floguses just power up our Laval monsters. So actually, his mill strategy is playing directly into my Laval strategy. So we go for the attack. He's trying to protect his monsters with Feint Plan. Burgeoning Whirlflame shows its worth. Please be aware that, yes, when we attack the second Warm Worm, our second Treacherous Trap Hole went to the graveyard, so now this Treacherous Trap Hole on the field is no longer usable. So we send Laval Flogus. Flogus powers up, and then now Burgeoning Whirlflame, it can be activated pretty much it can be activated in the graveyard pretty much whenever you want. So we're gonna go ahead and get that back, and we're gonna attack into the hero Shadow Scout, and he's gonna make us mill 3, so we have 2 remaining, and then that's just a Wing Karibo, so no more damage. Alright, so we have a set, and then, oh, you know what? So this turned out just perfect. We flip up the Laval Miller, we beat the Karibo by 1, and we attack for game! And that was made possible by all of that milling of the Floguses. Here we got Astro Phoenix versus Bastion Misawa. And we're going first. Okay, we have Flogus, we have the special summon monster, and we have Blaster. Now you don't wanna, like, all of these need stuff to be Laval's to already be in the graveyard or banished or whatever. And you can be paralyzed by the choice, but don't be paralyzed, just play your Flogus first. That's the safest thing. Because you can banish him with Burgeoning Whirlflame, and then get him back. So that's a Destiny Hero Celestial, and we have Anti-Magic Arrows. Destroys the Flogus. Flogus powers up the other Flogus, and we have our Treacherous Trap Hole. And our Laval Blaster gets the mill. We mill a Miller, a Cannon, a Blaster, and another Burgeoning Whirlflame. And he activates Memory Loss. This doesn't prevent the mill, but it prevents Blaster's power-up effect. However, Burgeoning Whirlflame just negates any trap at any time at the cost of a Laval monster. It's also a good strategy. You can use Flogus. You can discard Flogus for Burgeoning Whirlflame. Power your guys up that way. So instead of a Wall of Daddy wrecking your play, your monsters have more attack points. So we're gonna get out both traps to prepare the field for Wall of Daddy, but we didn't have to worry about that back row, and that's our W. Alright, we're going first against Ishizu Ishtar. Alright, she has balance, and we have pretty good opening hand. We have Treacherous, and we open Flogus and Laval Blaster. Or, yeah, Laval Cannon. Now, it's weird. Blaster actually really makes the deck work, because he gives you access to everything, and he's not. It's not like grass. He doesn't brick. He's another Laval monster. So we have Gem Knights. So we have Gem Knight Citrain, and discard. Well, okay. So Lapis Lazuli, Garnet, Gem Knight things. We're gonna go Treacherous Trap Hole at the top of the battle phase to prevent any more plays, and we have to play around that Gem Knight Citrain. All right, and it's our turn. Even though we crave the destruction, even though we crave some damage to get our field spell on the board. So opponent's turn. Alright, attacks with the, I think that's a Sardonyx, and then we have Gem Knight enhancement and gets the Citrine back, destroys my, I think that's my cannon. So Laval Blaster gets the mill. We're gonna go Burgeoning Whirlflame. All right, and this is I'm a little proud of this. So we're just gonna wait, because we need damage so that we can get over that Citrine with our field spell. Mighty as Fire. Okay, so we're gonna set the Whirlflame. Laval Cannon special summons the Flogus. Flogus crashes into Citrine and powers up the cannon, or the blaster. The cannon. All right, we have a set, but we have Burgeoning Whirlflame. We don't have to worry about that, so we're gonna negate the Fusion Reserve, but if it was a Wall of Daddy, we would negate that as well. Laval Flogus is powering up for the farm, over 3,000 damage. And that's a nice clean win. Opponent played through our Treacherous Trap Hole, and we played through their Revived Citrine. So that's Laval's. I think they're a nice compact little deck. Anything that can run Treacherous Trap Hole can potentially put one over on Furries. So please try them out. Thank you for watching. Whew. Made it.